Time last year, just as troubling news about a fast-spreading virus was blowing up, a local mom was trying to get herself and her two young children home to San Diego from Wuhan, China. Her anxious husband here waiting for word. We introduced them to you then, and now a year later, we wanted to check back in to see how the family's doing. Now, at that time, Mom Quinn was just too exhausted to talk about her ordeal. Now, she and her husband Ken are sharing what they went through and how they've emerged stronger, showing resilience that is positively San Diego. The happy sound of their children's laughter now is a far cry from what Ken Burnett and his wife were hearing just over a year ago, that cases of a mysterious virus were starting to surge in Wuhan.
That's when the alarm bells started going off for me, because that was such a quick turnaround.
Ken's wife, Yanjun Wei, who goes by Quinn, their daughter Mia, and son Rowan traveled to Wuhan in early November 2019 to spend time with her parents through Chinese New Year. But their carefree visit would take a turn. In a strange twist of fate, Quinn was also away from home studying when SARS hit in the early 2000s. But she says this was different.
This time was even more scary because now I have two little ones.
By late January, as Wuhan went into lockdown, Quinn was trying to find a way home. That's when the U.S. chartered flights to evacuate Americans.
When I saw the news, I just I cried.
But her ordeal was far from over. She says she and the others spent 12 hours at the airport, her son struggling with the screening process to board the plane. Then, after 3 hours on the tarmac, the 14-hour flight on an uncomfortable, windowless cargo plane began.
Actually, I was traumatized by that. I didn't eat, I didn't drink, and I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep for two nights.
Along with the mental strain of the uncertainty surrounding the virus and a tired 3-year-old acting out, Quinn says she hit the breaking point.
No food, no drink, and I had to go use the potty for that long. And then no sleep. I just had a meltdown.
Once the plane landed at Travis Air Force Base in Northern California, everyone went into a 14-day quarantine. Rowan going into a deep sleep, and then a new scare for Quinn.
Mia and I, we were both super dehydrated. I was put on IV. Doctor was trying to feed her orange juice to get some liquid in her body. She was not responding for a couple of minutes.
Eventually, things settled down. Ken, who stayed connected by phone, sent flowers and a loving message while his family spent Valentine's Day in quarantine. Days later, they were finally safely back in San Diego. What do you think, Quinn, you have learned about yourself?
I think I'm a fighter.
Ken says this experience has strengthened his empathy. What's your hope for the future?
All the kids that have been affected by this, that they can, maybe they have some kind of bond, or they can end up with some kind of normalcy at some point.
That's nice to think of, right? That this will help us bond even more tightly. Ken and Quinn say they can't wait to enjoy life again with other people in person. And because Ken works at hospitals doing business intelligence, he has received the first dose of vaccine, should be getting a second in a few weeks. Of course, we have all these delays now. If you have a story that is positively San Diego, just send us an email, tips@10news.com. And you can also join our ABC 10 News Positively Facebook group, where you can share your stories with other San Diegans.